Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Okay, I gave you the teaser this morning that I might do a different video this afternoon, and so here it is. You don't have to worry about it. It's no doom and gloom. I know that probably half of you are going to click off of the video because you just have to have that doom and gloom all the time, and then the rest of you, well, you'll probably stick around long enough to complain. I know, I'm just joking. Just calm down. Don't get too upset. Anyways, I wanted to show you something that I purchased last night, and I thought, because it's obviously in the very beginning stages, I thought I'd take you along with me, and this is a project that I'll be doing, and hopefully maybe some of you would chip in and give me some ideas on what I can do with this. So you're familiar with the old Dodge. You hear it squeaking, and people complain about the exhaust and tell me to get it fixed. Folks, the exhaust is about the only thing on this truck that works perfectly, exactly like it's supposed to. It has dual exhaust with, you know, the cherry bomb mufflers and that rumble. That's exactly how it's supposed to sound. There's no exhaust leaks. It's actually in good shape for exhaust. Anyways, so this is my primary daily driver, and you know, you can say what you want about it. I never was a Dodge man. Always was a Chevy man, actually. But I got this pretty good deal a few years ago, and actually I love it. So anyways, that's not the point. I've been thinking about what I can do more to this to keep it a daily driver, something that I can use because it's the farm truck, work truck, but yet be more of an emergency vehicle, more of a bug out vehicle, all that kind of stuff. Now, some of you are going to say, wait a minute, we've been watching you for years and you tell us all the time that you have no plans to bug out. That's mostly true, but it doesn't mean that if we're away from the home, it would be a bad idea to have stuff on hand a little bit more and have a more adequate vehicle for that. I know that there's other vehicles that would probably do better, you know, big SUVs and stuff, but I have a small budget and I can't afford that, and I refuse to go into debt, so I'm working with what I got. I've been online and been searching around, and I came across a deal that I think I just couldn't turn away from. Okay, go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and laugh. All right, this is let me get over here to where you can, well, there's the name brand of it. This is a commercial truck topper. Some of you know exactly what this is. Some of you have these. You work different jobs and you have this. Some of you don't know, but this is a heavy duty metal, heavy gauge aluminum truck topper. That you see. It's common with commercial work vehicles and stuff like that. This was actually a part of a state highway department, and it was auctioned off, and these things, $3,000, $3,500 is in the neighborhood, sometimes a little less. For brand new, used ones, I hardly ever see a used one less than about $2,000, and I paid $575 for this. And it's got, you can see some surface scratches. I think most of those will buff out, but there's no other damage. But anyways, I wanted to show it to you and give you some ideas of what I'm thinking, and then, you know, open it up. And if you have some suggestions, please go ahead and give them. This side, I think I'm going to make it more of the emergency side. I've got my trauma bag. I've got a spare IFAC. This is more, you know, big stuff. I picked this little bag up a couple of weeks ago and hadn't used it, so I threw it together. This is just an emergency roadside thing. It's got, you know, toe strap in it. And, this that I've never used yet, but it's one of them jump boxes and that kind of stuff. There's jumper cables and a small little emergency toolkit kind of in there. But there's lots of room here, as you can see. It was greasy in here, so I got the grease out, but I haven't done any real deep cleaning to the thing. I just picked it up last night. It was dark when I came home, but just some suggestions. There's lights in here. I haven't got it all wired in yet, but there's lights. When you open this, the lights will come on, and so I'm thinking that this side will be kind of the emergency stuff, you know, medical things, maybe some combat defense thing. We'll see. We'll walk around to the back. This is the kind that does not have the full door. It's just got this, which is actually what I wanted. I didn't want the full door. I wanted to keep my tailgate. Anyways, there's a lot of room. This one is the model that's a little bit taller, so it's I don't know, it's probably 3 or 4 inches taller than the cab of my truck. So there's quite a bit of room in here. And one of the things I'm still struggling on figuring out, I have a bed liner. This is a factory bed liner. And amazingly, the bed of this truck is in excellent shape. It's not rusted out or anything like that. So I'm wondering if I should just take the bed liner out. It's now that I've got this on here, or what. Maybe you guys can leave me your suggestions there. This other side, I just threw a few random junk tools and things. I haven't done it so much on this side. There's my spare wheel hub, in case anyone was watching. That's my spare wheel hub. But I thought this side would be more like for tools that I could keep. The other side's more emergency stuff. Now, let me get on to more of the ideas. Yeah, this could be a bug out vehicle. I mean, there's enough height in here. I could, I'm pretty tall. I'm 6'2", and I can just about stand up and bend over. I can easily on my knees get lots of clearance. But it's not just a bug out camping vehicle. I mean, there's some recreational. My wife and I could get in here and sleep if we wanted to. But I'm thinking also for our community, because this was actually the original idea of doing something like this, of building out an emergency response vehicle for our community, that I could have enough stuff here. I don't have it all in here yet, but I've got climbing gear in case we had to, pull someone out of a ravine. I've got some tow gear here. I've got obviously, quite a bit of medical stuff. Could put more in here, and so to have kind of an emergency response vehicle for our community is part of the idea for this. This is a 6.5 foot bed. If we had to, we could easily put someone on a backboard in here to get them out. It's enough room that a person could be in here on their knees, and this truck, it'll go most of the places that I want it to. It's good and secure. It's got this heavy steel on it here, so that it's pretty secure for the most part, as secure as probably any truck topper, cab, cap, whatever camper shell you want to call it. So anyways, this is what I've got. Like I said, it's pretty raw right now. These are LED lights right here. I don't have anything hooked up yet. And the reason why I wasn't doing that is because some of you might suggest this. I just happened, a while back, I found a really good deal on sale, and I bought a solar kit for an RV. And it's the type of lighter weight panels that you can mount on the roof of an RV. Comes with the charge controller and all that kind of stuff. Still in the box. Never used it. I didn't need it at the time. I just bought it because I think it was like 70 or 80% off. It was on clearance. So I'm going to mount that up here. And my idea is to make this whole area, all the interior, exterior lights and everything, all solar. Because this is all LED anyway, so it won't run off of the battery and alternator of the truck. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do to it. And I figured someone would suggest that. I think I'm going to paint all this just because it's scratched up from being used. Not that it needs it, but mostly just for the aesthetics of it. The inside shelves probably also. I haven't even, it is bolted down, but I haven't put any seal yet. I'll have to do that. I was just trying to throw this together just to kind of see what it would look like. So anyways, that's pretty much what we got here. And I wanted to know your suggestions. I'd originally thought about maybe painting it a different color, even though the truck's white and this is white, but thought it might look cool. But then, a white truck with a white utility cap on it kind of blends in. It's very gray manish. Not too many people are going to be suspicious of a white pickup truck and a white utility commercial truck cap on it. You just look like a regular old working guy. And so I'm considering just leaving it like it is. But there's those metal molly panels, things that you can put. There's already, they had hooks and stuff. There's some hooks here. So I could hang climbing gear and things like that in there if I wanted to. I could build kind of a bed on this side if I wanted to. It'd be a good place to, if we had to put a backboard in there and strap it down. Just some ideas. And I thought I would get your suggestions. I was trying to think if there was anything else that I had thought of that I really wanted to do with it yet, but I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. But also the idea is, because this isn't just about me. Someone said the other day, oh great, another video that's just about you. Well, it is my channel. You want me to make a video about you? I don't know you. Anyways, there's nothing in here. It's just some junk so far anyways. But it's not just about me. It's also, what are your ideas? And I'm not asking you to tell me all your deep, dark operational security secrets, but what's your ideas for stuff like this? Some of you have bug out vehicles because you may need to because of where you live. Others, it's not so much bug out vehicles, it's just your emergency vehicle. It's your work vehicle, right? That's what this is. This is just my work truck. But I wanted to have more stuff on it and more secure, and then get into the possibility of this being an emergency vehicle for our community, our group. We don't all live on the same piece of property. We're scattered over an area, but to be able to respond, and I know some of you are saying, well, wouldn't you call 911? Yes, but the average response time around here for an ambulance is 45 minutes. That's pretty average. And a good portion of the people in our community, I can be there in substantially less time than 45 minutes. And several of us have good, decent medical training. There's some EMT, paramedics, first responders, nurse practitioner, things like that. And so if, we had to respond because one of our people were injured or sick, and I'm not even talking after SHTF, I'm talking right now. We could go and potentially stabilize them and then hand them off to the ambulance when they get there. So that's part of the idea of this, that we can increase our response time. I know someone's going to say radios. I had an antenna mounted, bed-mounted antenna. I had to take that off to put this on here. So there will be an antenna on the top there. So for right now, the antenna's taken off. So that's something that I'm going to do. The big downside is I've lost the ability to use this as a truck when I need stuff that, this is getting in the way, having dirt loaded in the back of this, that kind of stuff. I don't do that often, but I do it sometimes. So my wife and I talked about this, and it's something we'd been thinking about anyways, of getting just an old beater farm truck just for that. Some 70s, 80s, maybe even early 90s, but not anything newer than that. Potentially a 3/4 ton. I don't care what it looks like. So if any of you are in the area and just happen to know of one that's a really good price, and right now my budget's pretty small, let me know, because I think that's what we're eventually just going to do. Is this will just be my everyday vehicle, emergency vehicle, tools and stuff like that. It'll cover the vast majority of all the farming stuff that I need to do. But when I need a vehicle that I can't use a cab over it, I'll pull out the old jalopy, whatever it will be. All right. Was that boring enough for you, or exciting enough? I mean, did you? Yeah, there's someone will complain about something. Yeah, I know that there's a lot that I, could do, and it's not perfect. There's it creates some weaknesses, but I think it creates a lot of strengths. Having something like this, the old truck is handling these things aren't that heavy, but it is handling it pretty well. I was already working on, it's not necessarily a lift, but just improving the suspension. I don't really care to lift it any, but because of putting this on, it did bring it down just a little bit. And then if you add equipment and even people, it may bring it down. So I'm thinking about putting one leaf in the rear end to just kind of bring it up to normal height, or even just hair above. That's what I'm thinking about. Other than that, that's about it. Anyways, let me know what you think. Your ideas and suggestions are definitely welcome. There's lots of space out here. I could put outside lights, that would shine down There's one of the guys in our group was even suggesting that, you know, I could rig up some type of canopy or something that comes off so that if we had to, you know, have kind of a staging area for an emergency, medical emergency, this would work perfect for that. So anyways, let me know what you think, and we'll see as I build this out. And this isn't going to happen overnight, because it's just I spent all my money doing this, so now I got to wait till do any more with it. I'll give you some update videos every once in a while on this to see what you think about the project. All right, folks, remember, get your houses in order. Prepare yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.